Hello everyone and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay. I am Marius and I am blind. I cannot see and therefore I make other people play video games. And I'm back here with Vincent. Hello Vincent.
Hello Marius.
Yes, we will play Disco again today. Last time we did something cool. We actually finished a quest.
For once in our life.
Yeah,
Yes.
sort of. We haven't quite handed it in to Joyce or whatever, but we made progress. It was interesting. We went through Ruby's lorry, and we took a radio and stuff out of there.
Right.
Maybe we'll crack the code. And we also met a rich man who bent the light, which was very fascinating. That was a cool encounter.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And so unexpected.
That's true. But I mean, I had no expectations, honestly, about what was in that container, which we opened with a rhetoric check.
Yeah. We talked it all.
Yeah, that doesn't happen every day. But today, well, let's see. What do we do today? We might eventually, that's the big thing on the table, get to Ruby's gun. No, not Ruby's gun, but our gun.
Correct, yes. I vote we immediately go to Joyce because if we don't do it immediately, we might forget about it for another 40 episodes.
I concur.
Yes, I'm also going to check our inventory because what's that? Oh, there's a speed bottle. That's something
in our inventory. We're not taking that. Remember, we're sober, and we have been.
Right.
We have actually never taken real drugs, right? Just magnesium tablets.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fine.
We did.
That's nutrition.
Oh, that's the new one. The highly advanced transceiver.
Right. Oh yeah, we could look at that.
Yeah, but it's just a description. It says an EH-4 multimodal transceiver. Produced by the engineers at Easterhouse Electronica, designed for maximum adaptability. In the case of this unit, the frequency dial has been replaced by a key. But we can't interact further with it.
It's modified. I like the detail in this game. I just want to say, because this is just a random description of just a random object, and they have the manufacturer and the model number and everything, and someone had to come up with that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And it sounds legit.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into the work.
Yeah, it just makes you feel like somebody really loved this world. There was a lot of care and attention put into it.
Sometimes a little too much.
Yeah, like parents who are a little too proud of their children.
Yeah, but hey,
a little too invested.
Most of the time it works fantastically.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's see what Joyce has to say.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
So, I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yeah. Vincent, right now, I feel like I would just want to tell her everything. This changes on a day-to-day basis. But today,
absolutely, yes.
I am pro, like, just anything that will fuck over Everett is fine. So we can just tell her everything in my book.
Okay.
Also, it gives XP.
Let's see which one of these options is the right one.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Hey,
we already got XP?
Yes, we have completed the task, the gem mystery. We gained 70 XP and a level up.
Man, I already did something today. I feel good about myself now.
Yes. And we can either say, wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
Sure.
Or we can...
It's a wait option. Let's do that real quick.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
Good job, empathy.
She wants to get rid of her opponent, right? And she's excited that the RCM might do it for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
Who's saying that?
Authority.
Oh, crap.
Of course. So,
what do we do?
We can either say, yes, I should decide, or we let the lieutenant handle it.
Huh. How do you feel? Always with these decisions.
I want to let Kim take the reins here.
Well,
but you said you wanted to tell her everything, and I don't think... I think...
Kim won't do that, right?
Yeah.
Was authority, was that a success or a failure?
That was a success.
All right,
A
let's do
medium
it.
success.
This time we take the charge because we have a plan. It's like this is how teamwork makes the dream work, right? If like it's not like one is always the boss. It's based on situation and competency. And if it's about pinball or like real police work, Kim is the expert. But sometimes, Harry has these moments. And this may be one of those moments.
I like how you said there are like two things that Kim is really good at.
Yeah.
Pinball, real police work. And one of them is happening right here where she asks us if
No.
this is a real police investigation.
No, I disagree because this is not like crime scene investigation. That's what
Yeah,
I mean.
okay.
Or shooting a gun.
Yeah.
This is like with people, and we're sort of good with people, right?
Right, yeah. But then again, Kim is also not very good at shooting a gun.
Oh, he didn't hit the... Well, anyway, let's do this.
So we say, yes, I should decide.
Yes.
Exactly. But what?
That's not very authoritative. Okay.
Well, can't do all the work. We can say, hold on, you seem anxious to know. Why is that? Or number 2, there will be an investigation. That's all I can say. Number 3, you send us on a wild goose chase. There's nothing to investigate.
That's not true.
Or number 4, we turned up quite a few interesting things actually. And then in parentheses, share information.
I said I was going to do that. I'm not sure now.
It doesn't only change on a day-to-day basis.
No, it's more like minute to minute. Well, it's called being adaptive.
Right.
Are these all the options?
Yes.
Okay, do the hold on first.
That's probably
I've
empathy.
kept my eye on the Camioners. Even tried to get to know one. It's a mystery I'm already invested in. Which one of them, if any, could organize such a complex operation?
Right.
That means she doesn't know. She doesn't know it's Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that noun she used? Caminers? What?
Yeah, something like that. It's spelled Camionneurs.
What is that referring to?
I have no idea.
Okay. Is it a crime group or is it a term for lorry drivers or?
I have, again, no idea.
Yeah, okay.
I've never seen it before.
Never mind.
But I assume it's something from the game.
Yeah. So options? The same?
Yeah, same. So there will be an investigation, that's all I can say. Or you send us on a wild goose chase, there's nothing to investigate, or we can share the information.
No, I don't want to share Ruby with her. That might mess up the other investigation. Right? Because it's connected... through Ruby, it's connected to Classier. And we haven't decided if she's an evil spy or if she needs our protection yet. Not quite, right? So just say there will be an investigation.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. I thank you for sharing that much with me.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
My employer thanks you as well.
And it said, she exhales as though a weight has been lifted from her shoulders.
Yeah, okay.
In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Oh.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
Is that perception?
That's Half-Light.
Oh, wow. Why is it talking about strawberry?
It's about blood.
But
I
does
don't-
blood taste like strawberry? I thought copper.
Yeah, I mean, it says also of iron. I think
Right.
the strawberry part is
The color?
maybe, or he's thinking of someone specific. Where I don't know how maybe he bits someone. It's Harry. I don't know.
Yeah. Why is this so puzzling to me? I had strawberries yesterday. They were quite nice. Didn't
Yeah.
taste like blood at all.
Exactly.
Anyway,
That's why it's puzzling.
I get the point. She's wrathful. Right? She. Well, this to me is further characterizing her as a ruthless capitalist. Right? It's like Half-Light senses the aggression in her and her capacity for like ferocity and
Yeah, I think
blood
the-
and competition.
Strawberries threw me for a loop. I was thinking
certainly.
about Harry. Okay, so we can ask, what was that about a bloodbath?
That's a good question.
Or we can say, I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony. Or we can conclude by saying, that's enough for now.
No, ask about the bloodbath.
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
Okay, that's that.
So, what else?
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony, or we
Yeah.
can conclude.
No, then do the lynching.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
I love how she puts it. A momentary lapse of faith in me.
Yeah. Did we ever meet any of the other apparently the mercenaries that are supposed to be around?
No, just the dead one, right? And we heard, maybe we heard others in the recording, but that's a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, because I was wondering where they were. And I guess...
Yeah, where's the security detail, right?
Yeah, this answers it, right? Because it was a momentary lapse in faith.
No, but that doesn't mean that the security detail is momentary. I think she's saying those guys are still around and they will cause the bloodbath if the strike isn't resolved.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the momentary is just trying to say, no, my employer still trusts in me. It was just a spur of the moment decision to bring that. She's just trying to be sort of coy.
Yeah. Okay, we can ask her.
Yeah.
A momentary lapse of faith, or we can ask, do you need a security detail?
Momentary lapse of faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
And then we ask, do you need a security detail?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Krenel, an Oranjese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah, but where are they?
Yeah.
She's saying they're here, so...
Hmm.
Well, I'm sure we'll meet them eventually.
Yeah, I'm really in my brain. I'm not going through all the characters we've met, all the random NPCs in the background, but I don't think we've met any of them.
No, nothing fits.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
And we ask, what then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Krenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
Said who?
Half-Light.
Okay.
With
yeah.
an easy success.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
Yeah. And we can say, number 1, you've made a mess here. Or number 2.
I don't know if it's her fault.
It's hard to tell.
Sorry.
Number 2, I have to say, this is not disco. Option number 3, maybe the investigations can team up. Share resources, intelligence. And then number 4, Boy, oh boy, is that not good?
This is not disco. That's what I want to say,
Yeah, I like that one.
especially to her.
Also, that boy, oh boy, is that not good? Seems really out of place, even
Yeah.
in disco.
That's like what normal cop would say.
Yeah.
We're choosing the superstar cop option.
Yeah. Well, here we go. This is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
She leans against the wooden planks.
if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project strength and power.
Oh no, is this mutually exclusive, reassured destruction?
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is sort of taking an unexpected turn.
In what way?
I'm just. Where's this gonna go? Is this going to be that? Is it gonna be that that lorry problem? Do you know what I mean? This is a famous sort of ethical conundrum where you are in a lorry driving down a track, and you can hit a group of people, or you can hit just one person.
Yeah.
Right, by switching the track, and then you change the setup where you are on a bridge over a lorry, and you see a lorry driving into a group of people, and there's a very large person on the track, and you could on the bridge, and you could throw them down. They would stop, and it's basically the same thing, right? But somehow in the situation it feels different. And what I'm getting at, why I'm quoting this problem, is because will there be a decision of, oh, do we sacrifice Ruby to the bloodthirsty mercenaries, sacrificing one person to save Martinez and the workers, right? Or do we save Ruby, whom we might like, right? And we sacrifice the entire group of workers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't see Ruby as a sacrifice if we take her in or do whatever.
That's true. We can try to protect her. Yeah. That's right. But I don't know. In my mind, it was just spinning this scenario where maybe that will be impossible because the mercenaries are too strong or whatever. I mean, clearly the game wants us to have a gun for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I just I thought that would be interesting as well. Like that would be some kind of drama out there. But it also depends. We've never met Ruby. Maybe we don't like her. That is an easy choice.
Oh, we are terrible. Yeah.
Still.
I see your point.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay, number 1. Seekem. This is that great bloodletting I've been telling you about.
Have we been telling about that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It may have come up before. Option number 2. I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. Option number 3. Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? Or number 4. I think the confrontation is inevitable.
Do number 3. That might get the most information out of her.
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois.
What is she referring to?
Yeah, I was wondering, because the second option was the would have to be so many bad things happening, and then we are stumbling around for a week, and
Mr. Tequila Sunset.
Yeah, I mean, if they happen, we might have been involved.
Look, it's impossible because we're like the sponge for bad things. We've soaked them all up.
So they don't happen
It's
to
all
other
in
people.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
We're the what is it? Here's a German word for you, Blitzableiter.
Oh.
What's that in English?
I don't remember.
It'll come to me. Let's move on.
Yeah. But I'm not sure that I agree with your statement. I don't
No,
think...
it was just a thought.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it either. I've changed my mind. It's a new day. Let's be with Everett now.
Okay.
I'm like a cat.
Oh, God. I'm just going to click continue and hope we get out of this somehow.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
See?
Mm-hmm.
See where this is going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in any case, I love how this is like the tension is rising. This is not just about a murder investigation. We also have to basically save Martinez
Yes.
with our police skills.
Which we are fantastic.
Yes.
Yes. We also completed another task.
Nice.
Joyce informed the lynching. And we get another 30 XP.
Cool.
Yes.
I like all this XP.
And we have a few questions we can ask her.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Krenel? Number 4. You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Why number 4? You skipped the first one.
Yeah,
so
because
it's
the
same.
first one is what was that about a bloodbath,
Yes.
and the second one, tell me
What are you hiding from me, Vincent?
again about the connection between the lynching and the strike.
Yeah.
And then number 3 is what can you tell me about Krenel? And number 4 is you said the deceased assaulted a woman. Number 5, this colonel, the one who was hanged. Did you know him? Number 6, where are the remaining 2 mercs now? And
That's the question.
yes. Number 7, how much time do we have? And then the conclude option, that's enough for now.
All right. Take from the top. And by top, I mean 3, I guess?
Yeah. What can you tell me about Krenel?
Yeah.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Down a deep black well.
Did Clausius say this as well?
About Downwell?
The same names and stuff.
I remember something about Downwell, but
Yeah, me too. It
nothing
feels
about,
correct.
Yeah, I don't think we've heard Krenel before.
Yeah, okay.
Who knows?
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
What kind of number world country is Ravachol?
Okay. I don't want to derail all the time, but I was just thinking about how this sort of makes no sense.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah, go
Third world country actually only makes sense in a world where there is a capitalist West, the first world, and the Soviet Union, which was the second world, and then sort of unaligned countries in economical ideology. That was the third world, and just by accident, it sort of also it was a set of countries that were not as developed as first and second world countries. But of course, this has by now sort of in public consciousness come just to mean an underdeveloped country, third world. Nobody cares about second world at all.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if in Disco there actually was
Yeah.
maybe the revolution or some other world event
Yeah.
where they actually divided the world similarly.
That there was exactly the same dichotomy with like not the Soviet Union but the like Grad collective or whatever they would call it, and then they have this exact same classification and also probably the same misunderstanding and twisting of this classification in public consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
I could expect that. Yeah, I could live with that. Okay, I'm glad we had this talk, Vincent.
Yes. It's very important about little details.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
And we say, okay. Anything else you got on them?
Yeah.
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
She thinks.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
he thinks.
Everyone's thinking.
No, it doesn't say
Okay,
that.
Okay.
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Krenel.
And we say, could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
And it's questionable whether they will follow the orders, because now it's sort of become personal.
Yeah. And they lost their commanding officer, apparently. Difficult situation. Okay. Next question. You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I
think I
cannot
know who.
testify by it.
Teenagers with formerly cool jackets.
Possibly, yeah. We can ask, who did the passing on then? Or what did these teenagers by the canal say?
Yeah, ask who.
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
And then what did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit.
Whoa.
This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Yeah, we've heard this story. This is interesting if you do the Joyce plot before you talk to all the people in the Whirling.
Yeah, I was wondering, because when Kim spoke, this does not come as news to us, but still, he exchanges a glance with you. Does he always say that? Or does he only
I don't
say
think so.
that?
No. This is just because we already have the information.
Yeah, but it could also be a way of saying, yeah, of course we knew that, but tell us more.
Like, what do you mean? I mean, I understood you to mean in a scenario where we have not gathered this information from the Whirling people, he wouldn't make that comment, right?
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he would make that comment in that situation, even if we
Just
hadn't
to
known
play
that.
it off as cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't feel like Kim acts that way typically. And maybe the game would sort of signify that is happening. He would wink at us or something.
Yeah,
Maybe not that cheesy.
It says between the lines, he exchanges a glance with you.
Yeah,
but
it's a
that's
little
all.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm wondering. But now we can say, number one, I know the woman you're talking about. We have it under control. Or we can not mention it and say, and who was this woman?
Yeah, don't mention it. Get information from her.
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
The colleagues believe that he assaulted a woman? Okay.
That, no. That the mob killed him because they believed that.
Okay.
I mean, that, yeah, what she said is ambiguous, but this is the only thing that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Or even if, I don't think they care that he raped someone. Maybe that's sort of okay to them.
Yes.
But for them, the relevant thing is that the mob killed him.
And that is not okay.
Yeah, and according to our knowledge, it's also not true.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
Mm-hmm.
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice, but she had sympathy for this man.
Interesting. Is that empathy?
Yeah, with a challenging success.
Interesting.
And we can say you liked him. Or we can say his name was... ...
Oh, we've heard his first name. Lassie or something.
Oh.
Lolly?
Yeah, something like that.
Papa fucking Lolly? No.
No,
Not that one.
No, but
Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
It might come up. Definitely say you liked him.
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, but that makes sense. It also sounds a bit like he was a ladies' man.
Yeah. He had his
Charm.
charismatic ways.
Yeah.
And then we ask his name.
Lely,
There we
his
go.
service name, a nom de guerre, most likely.
Wasn't
He
far off.
Wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Okay. What does he mean by that? Why
A
would
bad sign that they don't divulge their names, the others. That's how I read it. Like, only one of them gave his real name.
Okay, but why did he give his real name?
He didn't. Lolly is a nom de guerre, a war name. And this was a badly written sentence, or was badly spoken by her. I have to read it as one of the others who are yet unnamed characters has given his real name. And he was the only one of them. And for some reason she's not saying that name.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, why would that guy give his real name?
I don't know.
Or maybe it was... But if it was a fake name that sounded like a... I don't know.
Let's move on.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the others first, or this Lely. Anything else?
Tell me about the
Nationalities?
others. We were wondering about the others.
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Okay, for a moment there I was thinking, is the freaking programmer one of the mercenaries? But probably not. She
You
has
mean
way too
Sona?
Yeah, she has way too much
Because of
history.
radio operator?
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty cool idea. But I don't think so.
Yeah, and there's too much history in the...
It would be
in the
funny. Yeah,
location.
she just has too much history. Too much time spent programming.
But man, they have to be somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Anyway, continue.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
Why did he ask that?
I don't know. My first idea was that he's because we went through this huge list of information about the deceased when we did the autopsy.
Yeah.
And he has previously tried to find out the correct information. And I vaguely remember that his eyes were bloodshot and it was.
Oh, we couldn't determine it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
Maybe that. But that's the only idea I have.
Yeah.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
All that. Yeah, that's also a good idea.
Thanks, game, for answering our question.
Well played.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40 or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age or gauge his facial expressions.
And he was still charismatic.
Oh, sure. I mean, Classy kept going on about his scars.
Yeah, that's true.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Classier also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Oranjese. Or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Not really learning anything new here,
No.
but that's fine. What else?
Also, I think Kim just told her that Glacier is involved, but whatever.
That's true. But she didn't give a shit at all.
Yeah.
That good catch, Vincent. Kind of an oversight by the game. Because before we were like, oh, we don't know this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe Kim is just so good at reading her that he thinks.
Maybe it was to us, and like she didn't hear it. I don't know. I'm being charitable.
Oh yeah, it says, he says to you, then turns
Yeah,
back
okay.
to Joyce.
Yeah, that's fine.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're likely to be armed to the teeth.
She raises a cautionary finger.
They
Weird.
don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
I'm wondering, are they in the bunker?
Yeah, I was wondering too, where could they be? My guess, that's one thing I thought of. My other guess would be that abandoned apartment building with the wall where executions took place. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because there was nothing no way to go in there, but
Right.
they might be holed up in there. And that's also a great location to, have the game have a dramatic scene where those guys take all the workers, the dock workers, and they put them in front of the wall and they execute them
Yeah.
and stuff, right?
Yeah. And if they have weapons with proper optics, they might be able to look all the way to the harbor from there.
Oh, the sniper shot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good thinking. There's still that angle to the whole thing.
Let's continue.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
That's an authority check.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can say as much. Vigilantes, the RCM gets its authority from the coalition. Where
Yeah.
does theirs come from?
Honestly, authority often ends up being the skill that doesn't sound like an authority, but
Yeah.
more like a pissed off little princess.
Yeah.
It's like the anti-authority. It's a bit self-defeating. I don't want to say that.
The other options are number 2, we still need to know where they are. Number 3, we'll confront them directly. Or number 4, okay, we'll stay clear of them for the moment.
We need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Okay.
I have a problem.
What?
We have red check.
Oh, we're gonna fail it, Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're gonna do. And what is it?
Logic, medium 10. Where are these mercenaries? And we have a 97% chance to succeed.
Fuck, we're good at logic. But do you think this could be repeated if we just return later?
Possibly. I mean, the other option is to say, okay, we will stay clear for the moment. So yeah.
Yeah, let's pick that one. Gamble.
Okay.
I mean, this isn't worse than failing, I don't think.
I always find it interesting to read what bonuses we get. We get +1 sent by the Pines, +1 Scab Leader murdered bad reply.
What?
Scab Leader murder bad reply.
This is just a word salad. Wait, scab leader?
Yes.
What is that referring to? Help me out.
That's the guy that stands in front of the gate of the
the
harbor.
scabs. That was a long time ago. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Those
yeah.
were like the planted strike breakers. Something.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
And then murder bad reply. I guess he just replied badly to questions about the murder. I don't remember this.
I wish they would put full sentences.
Yeah.
Other bonuses?
But +1, clothes didn't fit right. And I remember that about the Scab Leader, that we noticed that his clothes were not fitting.
Oh.
And then +1, Scab Leader built like brick.
This is very scab leader focused. Are you saying that this implies something about the possible result?
It might be. I don't know.
Perhaps one of the mercenaries is in the scab crowd or even the scab leader.
It could be.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, they're hidden in plain sight. Vincent, I feel like we don't even need this red check anymore. Still, I want to try to actually succeed on it later.
Yeah.
So I'll take the other option.
Okay. We'll stay clear for the moment.
That's wise. Our goal is to avert catastrophe. Besides, You're likely to encounter them sooner or later.
Wink, wink.
We might already have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last question. How much time do we have?
Sure.
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There is a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
We're on day 5, Marius.
Oh. Yeah, 5 days from... Not from now, right? From,
Hopefully. Hopefully.
oh, man.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
And then we conclude by saying, that's enough for now.
Oh, man, Vincent, what if we screw this game up because of time stuff? And then we have to replay the whole thing in, like, speedrun mode.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, man.
If they kill...
I love time pressure. This makes it so much more exciting. I wish we would have had this conversation way back. I'm jumbling my words.
I
So
mean,
excited I am.
Do you think we would have been distracted less?
What, if we had this conversation first?
Yeah.
Distracted less? Oh, because we're so straight on the main quest? Yeah, I see your point. Yeah, what would we have cut out? Maybe we wouldn't have done endless stuff with the dice maker or the fishing village. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Hunting phasmids, maybe?
Yeah,
Could have made the cut?
Yeah, I think everything from the fishing village and beyond would have
Yeah.
just been... It would not have happened.
You know, fake those signatures a little faster
Yeah.
for Everett.
Just we leave the thing, we scribble our signatures in there, go back.
Yeah.
Here you go, Everett. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, but we'll see. Maybe we can still make it, right?
Yeah.
We will catch Ruby today, probably.
And then we conclude. That's enough for now.
All right.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Well, can we do the check? I don't think so, because the dialogue option is entirely gone.
Well,
But we would have failed anyway.
tough.
So,
Yeah, it's water under the bridge.
Damn you!
But, I mean, the check still kind of told us where they are, even though it might not. I mean, it's mechanically not really manifest now. But yeah, it sucks. I hope the results from that thought will be really, really good and helpful.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
But there's one new option.
Okay.
Now, can you tell me about these tattoos? And we can
Oh,
show
sure.
her the photo.
Yeah.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
And we can either stay quiet and observe the woman's expression, or we can ask, what do you think?
Stay quiet.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ask, what do you think?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
And we can either say, like, stars in the sky, or we can say nothing.
Say like stars in the sky.
Close. Port cities. This is an Oranjese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
This is connected to Dolores Day now. It all makes sense.
I mean, vaguely connected, yes.
Yeah, I mean, but it's of
True,
her
yeah,
era.
Yeah, okay. Maybe he...
We don't know why yet.
Maybe
Why does
he's
he
just
have that?
very old.
A time traveler.
Very old, yes.
Yeah.
All that. We can ask, number 1, what is the use of this map? Number 2, what travels did the dead man make? Number 3, who could tell me more? And then number 4, that's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Take from the top.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
So, if we find out where the mercenary is from, we can ask his ghost about his killing.
I guess, yeah.
Thank you, Joyce. That's all we need to hear.
His dream body, astral projection.
Yes. Inland
Yeah.
Empire, take the lead.
Yeah, it sounds like an Inland Empire kind of thing.
Where is he now?
Exactly. Thank you, Inland Empire.
Where do dead people go?
And
Yeah.
we can say, this one is going nowhere but the morgue. Or we can say, number 2, I've spoken to him. From now, the soul is fastened inside his corpse.
Yeah, that
Or
one.
for now. Okay.
Sure.
Number 3, this one has flown quite far by now. Or number 4, and we don't say that out loud, nowhere. There is no soul.
Do number 2.
That is precisely what the sailors feared when they drew these maps. A fear of drowning within one's own corpse.
She remains unfazed.
She's a sailor of sorts.
True, yeah.
Maybe she's got tattoos as
I
well.
was wondering that too, yeah.
Ma'am, could you take off your blouse?
Yeah, this is important police work.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oranjese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart, and we ask, what is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Inter-Islary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Hey, we completed a task.
Hmm.
The victim's tattoos.
Man, this has been an XP pump.
Yeah.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in the ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured.
Ah. This is like the first time these things make sense.
Please explain it to me. I know what it means, but I just want to check if you know.
Right, Kim. So we have heard from, I think, last year, that he used these tattoos to mark spots where he has worked.
Yeah, sure.
And in this dialogue, Joyce tells us that she doesn't understand what these are, but some of these are geographic locations.
Yeah.
And here the esprit de corps thing describes someone, a captain in this case, having a ledger with all his work information.
Yeah.
So that's the connection that I see. That was his ledger of work information.
Okay, so she can't read it because what she knows what is like sailing locations, but this is just an adaptation of that sailor system. But he probably didn't sail to all these locations. It's just about work missions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That makes total sense.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
Mm-hmm. This was presumably during the revolution. This little vision. Because of the distant gunshots.
Yeah, but it's the captain. But I think Captain Price is our captain.
Is it? I had no idea who this is. I was sort of assuming it's the captain of the mercenary company or whatever. I don't know.
No, I mean he's described Captain Price, 58, bald, bespectacled.
Yeah.
And
I thought it's some kind of manager of these mercenaries, right? Surely they must have some headquarters where people are having ledgers about their assignments and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think because it's Esprit de Corps, it's a police officer.
I mean, I think you're right. It was just that was my assumption.
Yeah.
I think yours makes more sense. And then it's just Harry is drawing parallels between him and... I think it's not worthwhile to linger too much on these visions.
Okay, one more question is, he's writing in Martinez, looking into Krenel. Is he referring to us? Why does
Krenel is the name of the mercenary captain, right?
No, the mercenary...
Oh, the company.
Company, yeah.
Yeah, and looking into as in he's finding out information, researching.
Yeah, but how does he know it's about Krenel? We just found that out.
Yeah, this is. I think this is implying some kind of grand conspiracy.
Oh,
this is exactly the question. Why is he doing that? I don't know, Vincent. I think that's the point of this vision.
I like a good conspiracy.
Yeah, sure. This is not just about a local murder, you know. Mm-hmm. This concerns the whole insula or something. I don't know what the world is called here.
Okay, back to the game. We can say, this man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. Or we can just leave it be.
No, say this incredibly dramatic thing.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then back to the previous menu, we can ask, who could tell me more?
Yeah.
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
You wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah. Don't have to rub it in.
Okay, and then we say, that's all for the tattoos. Thank you for your help.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Well, is there? We can
any new options?
No, I'm just wondering if there are any new in the sub-menus. About the tattoos, Everett, something about her boat, about Wild Pines, about the strike at the harbor, about the lynching, and more questions about reality.
I think we're done here.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. What time is it?
We have a thought.
Okay, let's look at the thought.
Is that the...
Is it done?
I think so.
Oh, that would be cool.
Let's go.
I wish it would have...
As you turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint.
Never mind, it's not that thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new one, I guess. Mm-hmm. And that is composure speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And we can say cool, or where's it coming from? Or we can discard the thought.
Cool.
So cool.
And now we ask, where is it coming from?
From a distant sunset, a stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit.
And we can say, actually, now that I hear superstar and law official in a sentence, they sound weird together. Or, yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately.
Yeah, say that. Yeah.
Yeah, you have. You're a big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bai, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights,
action.
Oh, okay.
Is option number 1. Option number 2 is, wait, what's that about the ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah.
Or number 3, no, fuck you. And we finish the thought.
This never sort of occurred to me, but like, I think the superstar co-op option is just, you know how, I guess there is no couple type for drug addict, electrochemistry, right? But the superstar option is like, if electrochemistry was being mired down, delving into drug addiction, this is being mired down, delving down deep into narcissism. Right, this is about narcissistic fantasies.
Yeah,
and this just hit me with this. You know, what did it say?
Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world.
Exactly. Yeah, what I do every Sunday when I think about myself. So maybe we should take that option where it says that.
Wait, what about a ludicrous fantasy world?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, beneath it is just heartbreak. A pulmonary tract infection, atherosclerotic disease. This is where you say action and reconceptualize all that. Reinvent it as the world's first celebrity police officer.
Yeah.
Well,
it is a coping mechanism, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can either say, fuck it, action. Or we can say, no, I'm too downbeat. I won't say those things anymore. And we wave off the thought.
But that's, why do you make it so, why do you have to make it sound so depressed? No, I'm too downbeat. It's like...
Because that's what it says.
I mean, God damn it, I don't know what to do with it. Should we say, well, because a part of me really wants to say action, obviously, because I want to know what happens. Probably get a thought, and we don't have space for more thought.
We have fallen so far. We have opinions now. We think we're superstars.
Right.
It's just
Laura told me I have opinions now.
terrible. Well,
so, okay, since it makes our viewers happy, let's have opinions and say, fuck action.
okay. Makes me happy too.
With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you, and you along with it. In an iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on.
The camera is on. Has the visuals changed in the game?
Not at all.
Okay.
But we have another problem. If we want that thought, we need to get rid of another one.
Yeah, that's what I meant. We're full.
Yeah.
But we can look at it if we even like it.
True. Some kind of superstar. And what the hell is that picture? Is that... I think that's supposed to be a big hand holding something.
A microphone?
No, it looks more like a toy dinosaur or something.
Okay.
Oh no, I think it's a dog, maybe? It's hard to tell.
Sure.
Temporary research bonus, -2 logic. Still seems unlikely. Research time, only an hour and 10 minutes. And the problem reads, first, let's make this absolutely clear. No one is saying you're an actual superstar in this in the groupies and cocaine, riddled with hepatitis C, strikes a lionesque pose with a Mick kind of way. You're not Guillaume Le Million or David Dewis. No. You're a metaphorical superstar. You bring that rock and roll authenticity and passion to a line of work where people don't expect or want to see it. Where some would say it doesn't belong. Law enforcement.
Right. Yeah. I think I understand. I certainly don't want to slot it in right now because we can at least wait for that red check thought to finish, and then we can replace that if we don't like the result. So yeah, I say we just wait.
Yeah. The red checks is another 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Crap.
Which is a long, long time.
Yeah.
Especially if we need to finish today.
Speaking of time, what time is it in game?
It is 17:18.
17:18, and the gun thing is at
10 p.m. I believe.
Okay, there's still a little bit of time. The next thing I'd like to do, because I do want to, because we probably can't do everything because 5 days, right? And then there will be a bloodbath. We're gonna run out of time.
Yeah.
So we have to prioritize, which is great.
Isn't it worth it? I mean, we could let the bloodbath happen,
Just
but
do
also
all the side quests.
Yeah, the side quests.
Well, no, we're not going to do that. But what I do want to do next time is to go to, what was her name? Anyway, the girl with the electro voice, the Nordic voice. What was her name? Do you remember?
The girl with the electro voice?
Yes, I mean the church boys. The boys.
Yeah, the speed freaks.
Yeah, there was one girl. What's her name?
Estelle?
Yeah, that's right. Go to her, find out what is a white bird or whatever.
Okay.
But next time.
Why electro voice? What?
Electro boys. They have electronic music.
Boys, not voice. Okay, I was thinking she was like a Borg
No,
or something.
I just need to learn to enunciate and articulate
Yeah, well.
so that people understand me. But I think we'll do that next time. It's a good way to pass the time.
Sure.
Thank you, Vincent, for playing with me and reading to me so wonderfully. I guess today we got a lot of XP from Joyce. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
140 or something. Smart.
Yeah, then we have a level, which will be useful. We need that XP to redo that white check, I
True.
think.
Yes.
And thank you, dear viewers, for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at @Max_play. I usually say that last. And now I also have to say that you can subscribe and leave comments. We always enjoy hearing comments.
Yes.
Great. Any last words, Vincent?
So comment. Damn it.
Bye.
Bye.